morning. It is Saturday, January 23rd, 2021. Just wanted to get a few things off my chest while I had the time to do so. So, the World Bank has released a report detailing, I haven't got to read the whole report yet, but the alarming thing that they have in this report is that they are projecting the COVID-19 pandemic and subsequent lockdowns not to expire until March 2025. At the same time, the IMF is encouraging countries to go further and further into debt. Also, there's growing movement within the establishment and their supporters to target patriots, Christians, libertarians, this new word they've been coming out with, nativists, which loosely defined essentially means people who want to preserve their nation's culture and heritage as it existed not so long ago. In the U.S. in particular, you have former CIA chief John Brennan, himself a declared communist and a Wahhabist, come out and say how they're going after all these groups of people and comparing said people to insurgent groups like Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Al-Nusra, and the whole collective of Islamic terror groups. Preppers are going to be on that list. You can bet your ass, because generally preppers are patriotic individuals. So, just give me a second here. There's a whole lot of false hope going around. People, particularly the people who follow that one of the last letter of the alphabet, psychological operation, who are believing in a whole lot of bullshit. There is no plan, guys. There's no hope. There's no secret group of Army intelligence officials working with Trump to take down the deep state. Like, none of the fucking shit that Q has said over the past 3 years has come true. I'll give them that they've released valid information, truthful, documented information, but it was information that other people had worked to uncover. And then they sprinkled it in with a whole lot of bullshit and crazy shit. So, all of the valid information about child trafficking, the deep state, and all this other stuff has been turned into a fucking joke and will forever be associated with the Q movement, with the people who plotted an insurrection against the Temple of Democracy in Washington, D.C. You think child trafficking is going to get any better now? No. You people have been played. And you walked right the fuck into it. So, I don't want to disparage anyone who protests or anything like that. That's your right. But these people, they don't give a shit, man. They don't give a fuck. Do you know why BLM and Antifa get so much attention from politicians in the media, celebrities? Because they're marching to the same ideological drum as the goals that these people want to implement upon us. To be a patriot, to want to preserve our heritage and culture, to want to keep things the way that they were, is not their goal. Justin Trudeau himself came out and said how old stock white Canadians disgust him. How that he wants to replace us. And that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. And there's no amount of fucking protesting or anything that is going to change that, because he simply does not give a fuck. None of them give a fuck. They don't care if you're pissed off. They don't care if you hold a fucking sign. But you know what you are doing with that? You're painting a fucking target on your back. You don't think they're not fucking pinging your phone when you're in these areas? You don't think that someone's not taking your picture and finding out who you are? What do you think the fucking camps are for, man? They're not for fucking COVID. They're putting COVID people up in the hotels. They built these camps. Why are people in hotels, huh? Fucking ask yourself that. Fuck, man. They are destroying this fucking country one brick at a fucking time. And all anyone can do is sit around and bitch about it. All anyone can do is try and find a political solution. Oh, if we could only vote the Conservatives in. Oh, if we could only vote the PPC in. Who the fuck is Maxime Bernier? Guy was part of the fucking beast for how many years? And you really think that people are going to elect him? And even if he did, do you really think that anything's going to fucking change? Do you think the people in government are in control? It's the fucking banks, man. It's the banks. It's these UN institutions that direct policy. Fuck, man, they go after the municipal level. It's at the municipal level, dude. Smart cities. UNESCO. You ever wonder why there's so many forest fires? It's because ever since UNESCO came in, they have banned people creating fire breaks, people, what Trump called raking the forest, and people laughed at him for it. But fuck, man, people have been doing that shit for thousands of years. You need to fucking clean up the forest. You can't leave the dead shit lying around. It's fucking flammable. And that's why you have the forest fires, because no one is practicing proper forest management. So when a fucking spark goes off, boom. And then they turn around and blame it on climate change. These people are moving towards a totalitarian, neo-feudalist agenda. A world where most of us don't even exist anymore, and the rest of us are fucking slaves. So don't tell me that I need to be political, or that I need to vote. I'm never fucking voting again, man. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit. The last person I voted for was Doug Ford, and look how that fucking turned out. Guy's a fucking disgrace. His fucking crackhead brother would have been better. If we would just get together and disobey these motherfuckers, they wouldn't have a leg to fucking stand on. Stop paying your taxes. Stop listening to their orders. They need your fucking tax money, man. If 1 million people stop paying taxes, what do you think that'd do? You think they're gonna lock you all up? They don't have enough fucking space. But that won't happen, because modern Canadians, in general, are fucking pussies. Most of the people in this country are fucking weak. We're a fucking disgrace, man. A disgrace to our fucking ancestors. Most of us come from Scottish, Irish, Scandinavian, Germanic, all fucking heritage people who were fucking warriors and who fought. And you guys are out with signs trying to fucking fight them within their own fucking rules. Do you think the rules exist so that you can fucking change shit? No. The fucking rules exist to keep you the fuck down. Anyway, I'm getting a little angry now. We need to come together. We need to build communities. We need to come up with our own systems for producing food, for trading amongst each other. We need to be able to defend each other, and we can't fucking do that when we're all spread out around the country and we're just concerned about ourselves. I bought property in a location. Come spring, I'm putting in a ton of crops. I'm ramping up livestock production. I know my defense game is pretty damn good right now, but it can always be developed. We need to stop talking about shit and start doing it. Because pretty soon it's going to be too late. This vaccine comes, probably not going to be allowed to go to the grocery store. You know, this is all they're going to do. They're just going to make your life so difficult that you have to submit. But if you have your own source of food, your own source of water, sanitation, the chances of you not having to give in become exponentially higher. And if you have a group of people and you're networked with other groups of people across this country, you're going to be all right. You know, your life might not be as easy as it is now, but life being easy is what's got us into this mess in the first place. Life being easy is what's made us weak and what has allowed them to take over. And now they're going to be coming after us. The camps are already there. They're already talking about re-education. And if what's happening in the States is any reflection of what's going to happen here, because now you have two governments on the same continent that are both ideologically the same. At least when Trump was around, the ideologies were not compatible. Now they're the fucking same. They're going to label us terrorists. And when you're labeled a terrorist, you don't have rights. You don't have, they can just fucking take you, man. You don't get a phone call. You don't get a lawyer. You don't get any of the things that you're fucking entitled to. You need to watch out. The fucking idiot out west talking on the internet about killing the prime minister and all this fucking shit. Like, what the fuck do you think that's doing, man? You're not doing shit. If you're fucking talking about it on the internet, you certainly ain't gonna do it. You're just bringing heat down on everybody else and giving them the precedent they need to go after the rest of us who are just trying to live our fucking lives and keep our families' heads above water. It's time to make a change. You gotta stop talking about it and start fucking doing it. Oh no.